morning, everyone. Dear student, in the last class, we have discussed about the molality, and normality. But so you make a one correction that normality. That means I have given you the definition, but in normality we require acid and base part, right? So which is very important. Acid and base. So that means you don't know about the acid and base clearly. So that's why don't think that sir is skipping this part. But my intention is to fulfill. I mean, get every student whatever I am delivering in my class. You should understand. Everybody should understand. That is my main motto and intention. I can say. So that's why I'm just skipping this. So to explain this normality, I require equivalent mass as well as equivalent weight concepts also. During equivalent weight as well as equivalent mass, I need acid and base perfectly in U as a basic. Then only this concept one we can very easily understand. So that's why, dear student, I'm skipping this. Remember, I'm skipping normality. Definitely in offline classes, we will be having one special class for this. Why? Because this part is very important for you for the competitive examinations, right? So based on normality and equivalent mass, definitely, or equivalent weight, definitely you will be having minimum two questions, right? So that's why my intention is not to make you confused. So while we come into the offline classes, definitely we will be having one special class for this, right? Understood? So mole fraction, right? So the next after normality, one we can say mole fraction. So based on this, I mean, this concept is not only present in your first year, we have this concept in second PU also, and which is denoted by letter X, right? The number of moles of the number of moles of the number of moles of compound number of moles of compound to the total number of moles of total number of moles of the total number of moles of all component is called mole fraction, right? Very simple it is. So in mole fraction, what we need to do is we have to calculate the number of moles of what given compound. Say for example here, see here, the mole fraction is also we are seeing in case of solution. Solution means there must be a two component, right? So component may be, one may be solute, solvent, whatever it may be. If it is a solution means it must have two components as a solute as well as a solvent. So that means the number of moles of compound to the number. That means I will write if a compound, example, if a compound having two components, if a compound having two reactants, if a compound having two reactants, say A and B, then the mole fraction will be, right? Say for example, there are two components, or two compounds, or two reactants. So that means whole together I cannot write at a time. So here see the mole fraction. See, remember there are two reactants. Mole fraction of A is equal to, what is there in our definition? Number of moles of compound. What is the compound? A. That means number of moles of, right, compound is what? A. That means number of moles, n to the base A. Number of moles of compound A divided by, to the, see here, to the total number of moles of, what are the total compounds are present in our compound A and B. So that means total moles of what? Total moles of Na plus Nb, Na and Nb, right? Total moles means in our solution there are two components, or two compounds, or two reactants. So that means total means there are two, that will be, if I add these two, then it will become total. So that means the total moles of Na, number of moles of A and number of moles of what? B. Likewise, for mole fraction of B, see here, for mole fraction of B, same one we can go like this. For mole fraction of B, right, mole fraction, that means mole will be represented like this. Mole fraction of B is nothing but what? Number of moles of, for which reactant we are going to see compound, that is B. So that means now number of moles of NB divided by Na and NB, I can say, or total moles of Na and NB, right? So if you are getting, then okay. If you are not getting, we will solve one problem. Then you will come to know what is inexact mole fraction, right? So problem, if you want, you can have it. So so you remember this formula. So very important. Again, in second year also, in solution chapter, this part is there, right? But if you know now itself, then it will be very easy for you in your second period. So problem is like, right? Problem is like this. Problem number 1. Calculate the mole fraction of, calculate the mole fraction of NaOH and water, NaOH and H2O, sodium hydroxide and water, right? Given, full stop, continue, given 40 gram NaOH, 40 gram NaOH and 180 gram water, 180 gram water, right? So this is our problem. So this is our given quantities. So that means we need to calculate again the two quantities. Say this as A and B, right? A and B, and given A mass is of about 40 gram and B, that means water is of about what? 180 gram. So number of moles of NaOH. First we will solve one by one. So both one we cannot solve at a time. So the number of moles of first we will take NaOH, right? So now you just see number of moles of what here? NaOH. The compound will be NaOH. Directly one we can say NaOH. And the total number of moles of NaOH. Right? So the total number of moles of, see here, I am just calculating the number of moles of NaOH, right? And the number of moles of water also we need to calculate. So NaOH and the total, that means number of moles. The total for NaOH, how much they have given? 40 grams. So definitely 40. And now calculate the number of moles. Number of moles, how you will calculate? See here, how many Na? 1 into. So Na means what? 23, right? Plus there is a O is also 1 into 16 plus, right? 1 and 1 is H means 1. So that means 24, 23, 24, 24 plus 6, 30, 30 plus 10, 40. So that means our number of moles of NaOH divided by given value 40, which is nothing but 1. So see here, before calculating the number of moles, we need to calculate number of moles of NaOH as well as H2O. So now what I did is, don't get confused. So I am just calculating the number of moles of NaOH. So otherwise you just write down this formula, right? Number of, see, for this how to calculate means number of moles of NaOH is equal to, right, weight of a compound divided by molecular weight of a compound, divided by molecular weight of a compound. So that means molecular weight they have given compound. So what I did, so for weight of a compound, what we did, so there are 1 Na 23, so 23 into 1 23, 1 OH, I mean 1 O, that means 16 plus 1 H, 1 into 1 1, so therefore totally 40. So that's why weight of compound is what? 40. And molecular weight they have given, that means how much? 40 only. So therefore what will be its number of moles? 1. So the number of moles of NaOH is 1, right? Number of moles of NaOH is 1. So now in the same way we need to calculate the number of moles, not mole fraction directly, right? Which is very important. Remember this point. So now we need to calculate based on this formula. We need to calculate number of moles of what? Water. Number of moles of water, that means H2O directly, when we can say directly H2O. H2O, that means weight of a H2O. So we will see 2 into 1 plus 1 into 16, right? 16 plus 2, 18. So weight of compound, so that means weight of the water compound is how much? 18 divided by how much they have given, sorry, one weight of compound they have given 180, and the molecular weight of compound is how much? 18. So that means how much? 10 na? 18 ones are 18 tens are, right? So 10. The number of moles of water is 10 and the number of moles of NaOH is 1. Remember this, right? So why I am calculating the number of moles before calculating number of mole fraction means, see here, while writing the while calculating the mole fraction, you just see they have given like this, number of moles divided by Na plus Nb, like this. So that means we must and should know number of moles of A and number of moles of B. Then only when we can calculate directly mole fraction. So for that, this is the formula, you just remember. Number of moles of NaOH, weight of a compound they have given already. For NaOH they have given 40 and for water molecule they have given 180. And now molecular weight, just we are calculating the molecular weight. Just divide with the given value, definitely we will get easily one value. So after having these two, remember the number of moles of water is 10 and number of moles of NaOH is 1. So now or direct calculation. For direct calculation one we can go. So you don't worry. Tomorrow again we will solve one more problem, and then thereafter we will go for the I will go for the assignment, right? So mole fraction. So mole fraction of, just we will go for mole fraction of, that means NaOH. So number of moles of NaOH divided by total number. Total means what are there, NaOH as well as water molecule. Number of moles of NaOH plus number of moles of what, water molecule, divided by, what is the number of moles of NaOH, what we got, 1. So divided by 1 plus 10. So how much? 1 divided by 11. 1 divided by 11 is nothing but 0.09. So the mole fraction of mole fraction of NaOH is 0.09, and mole fraction don't have any units, right? You remember this. And next, coming to, again they have asked us to calculate mole fraction of what? Mole fraction of, next is water molecule. So therefore, you just see the formula. Number of moles of what? Water first. Why? Because we are calculating compound as a water, so therefore you take water as a, and then number of moles of water, or else you can say like this, NaOH, you can go like this, or else you can put water first, right? Plus number of moles of water. So that means 10. Number of moles of water is how much? 10. After calculating we got. And now the number of moles of NaOH is how much? 1. 1 plus 10, again 11. 10 by 11 is nothing but nearly 0.9. For water, the mole fraction is 0.9. Don't worry, right? If you have not got this problem during this particular class, definitely I will explain this in next class also, right? In the tomorrow's class, we will take some more problems of same type, and then we calculate mole fraction. After that, I will give some more problems for assignment. You don't worry. You just try to see the things how I have calculated and go like that. If you are able to solve, then okay. If you are not able to solve, then also it's okay, right? Thank you.